Hi everyone. Today my presentation focus on criminal justice 101, the history of corruption, and the violation of the Eighth Amendment. I will briefly describe the history of the Eighth Amendment, excuse me, discuss three examples of the Eighth Amendment violation. I will also identify three violation in our case study, and identify potential outcomes with criminal and civil remedy. Let's get started. So, the history of the Eighth Amendment, it is a legacy of protection, and that came from the English root to the American justice system from 1776 to 2010 and present. So the English Bill of Rights was established 1689, which ought to prohibit excessive bail, fine, and cruel punishment. And then the Virginia Declaration of Rights was 1776. They also influenced by the English Bill to prohibit cruel and unusual punishment. The Constitutional Convention was 1789 by James Madison, who proposed that amendment. The Bill of Rights was 1791 to ratify the Eighth Amendment, guaranteeing protections. So the Involving Standard of Decency was 1958, when the Supreme Court established a test to determine cruel and unusual punishment. So in today's modern interpretation, from 1970 to 2010 and present, these are applied to prison condition, mental health, and juvenile justice. So I will take you to three key points that violate the Eighth Amendment by the corruption officer from our case study. Point number one, physical abuse. So physical abuse is using excessive force or violence by correctional staff. Example, a correctional officer slap an inmate for not following orders, causing bruisings and swelling. Number two, deliberate indifference. That means intentional disregard of an inmate's serious need. Example, a nurse in on an inmate plea for help with severe chest pain, leading to a heart attack. That is a serious violation to the Eighth Amendment of the inmate's right. Number three, unconstitutional condition, unsafe or unsanitary living condition. So the example, an inmate adhered in overcrowded cell with no access to shower, toilet, or clear water for extended period, leading to the spread of diseases. So these three key focus points will take us into our case study by the correction officer. Get to our case study. So let me explain to you the action of the correction officer in our case study. A mentally ill inmate in a crowded jail who is in a manic state assaulted a correctional officer. So then the injured correctional officer retaliated by placing the inmate in a cell with violent inmate, encouraging them to take care of him. So this is a gross violation of the Eighth Amendment as intentional He intentionally exposes the inmate to an unsafe condition, showing deliberate indifference to his safety and well-being. So the correctional officer action, he exposed the mental ill inmate to an unsafe condition, being attacked by violent inmate. This is a violation, showing deliberate indifference to the inmate's safety and well-being. Also, it's a violation in ignoring the inmate mental health needs and putting him in a situation that could exacerbate his condition. So, for his action, we will have criminal liability for the correction officer. That will lead us to potential charges, which will result in assault, battery, or reckless endangerment. For potential penalty for the correction officer will result in fines, imprisonment, or both. So for civil liability, the legal responsibility for harm or injury to another person or entity. Criminal punishment for financial compensation to the injured party. So the potential lawsuit is for the full USC 1983 civil right violation. So based on the correction officer action against the inmate, it was negligent, strict liability, and it was intentional torture that he used. So the potential damage will be compensation to injured party, deterrent, justice, and fairness. Overall view of the case study. So our case study shows that the correction officer violated the Eighth Amendment because his action intentionally put a mental ill inmate in harm's way, disregarding his safety and well-being, and that his behavior constitutes cruel and unusual punishment, and the inmate family may pursue criminal and civil remedy. Thank you for my presentation. Thank you.